Good day and welcome to this meditation experience. Delighted that you are joining. And today, exploring a topic that I personally feel is at the very foundation of what's going on inside every human being. It has a lot to do with the relationship with ourselves. And this relationship with ourselves is so critical. It is, of course, shaping the relationship we have with everyone and everything else. So, not just people, but resources and matter. How we handle things entrusted to us, everything is shaped by this relationship with ourselves. Now, you may feel I have a great relationship with myself, in which case, I don't know if this meditation is for you. um, but something that I discovered in myself, and you can ask yourself, is what happens when I feel I've made a mistake? How do I process that? And of course, it depends on the severity of the mistake. Something like, I forgot to turn the lights off is a little bit different than I totally said the wrong thing in that situation. It's had a huge ripple effect in a relationship with someone else. So, what happens when I make a mistake? Do I become upset with myself? Do I rationalize the mistake? I won't go so far as make excuses, but do I try to explain why I acted the way I do? Or the best of all, do I blame someone else for forcing me to make that mistake? It's because of this person or that situation that I did that. So, do any of those things happen? Because those are signs of not having a great relationship with myself and therefore not processing mistakes in a very fruitful way. This act of forgiveness, I don't even apply it to other people. I think when we're completely healthy and have good relationship, we're very generous in our hearts with other people, very understanding. So forgiveness to me is something that I apply pretty much to myself. And being able to process in such a healthy way things that I perceive as a mistake, super critical to our personal care and growth. So let's go inside and have a little bit of chit chat with the self, time with the self to create a healthy space for what we might call forgiveness. That is being able to consistently move forward and grow, never losing faith in the self. Sitting comfortably and eyes open if you choose, optional on the physical eyes, but mandatory on my inner eye, the eye of insight. And that begins to open when I feel fully present. Amazing how little time I might spend with the self. My mind constantly wandering out there in the world, thinking about tasks, thinking about time, thinking about past or future, thinking about other people and what other people are doing. It seems very rare that I give myself my true self 100% of my attention, undistracted, fully present. Perhaps that might be one of the ways to think of meditation, being fully present with my true self, not the image, not the human doing who's so busy, and not what I see reflected in the eyes of others, how others perceive me. If anything else, my true self could be defined as how I am seen through the eyes of God. It's a completely spiritual identity and timeless. Not really much to do with the body or even the relationships or the different roles or positions I hold. In fact, nothing to do with the external world whatsoever. Through the eyes of God means a sense of self that is timeless, elevated, not physical, qualitative, and very pure. Seeing the beauty of the self. That I, the being, I, the soul, am one of a kind. The only ones that can really understand me are God, and if I'm lucky, myself, one of a kind. And I have a unique blend of qualities that no one else on this planet has. I can empathize with others. We do share these same qualities, but my blend is unique. And perhaps the entire objective of my life, what we call personal growth, is to fully realize my one of a kindness, fully realize my own unique blend of qualities, of peace, of love, integrity, lightness, joy, my unique blend of qualities that are defined by the human spirit. To be completely comfortable and at peace with my true self. And therefore, perhaps the only mistakes I really make are crimes against the self. Those moments when I don't act in alignment with my true self. I and God will be the only ones who know that, really. Others might judge me or be impressed by me, but I am the one who knows. if I'm honest, am I acting in alignment with my true self, this full potential of I, the soul? And when I don't, do I understand why? Or do I punish myself? And when that becomes intolerable, others. To recognize the self and to understand the self is the formula for forgiving the self. I recognize my full potential, and when I don't honor it, but I also understand why. In essence, I forget. I forget who I am and start to believe an illusion. To be able to understand that and to get busy developing the capacities, the wisdom, the mastery to navigate through that. That makes forgiveness a great power. I don't want to forgive and forget. I want to forgive and learn, become more experienced about myself. And that will earn me the capacity to be far more compassionate towards others. Every single soul on this planet suffers from the same discomfort, not knowing how to forgive the self, heaviness in the conscience, in the heart. Let me be one of those who pioneers the path of true forgiveness, remembering myself that I am this glorious being, a soul, so rich in spiritual resources. Again, see myself in such an elevated way, a divine way, a sacred way, the way God does. And also to understand when I don't honor the self, that I've succumbed to the temptations of an illusion, quick attainment at a very high price. Understandable. So hungry to be valued that I actually put aside my true value and chase after the false. Now that I understand all of this, I know how to use my time, not waste it in punitive feelings towards the self. I dedicate my time to strengthening recognition of the self, so I don't keep forgetting. It's a bit like spending time sitting in front of God, being looked at in such an elevated way. You are a soul, a beautiful being, filled with so many qualities needed in this world: peace, love, truth, realness, authenticity. The deeper those experiences, the less likely I am to forget. Power of forgiveness to bring me back on course. Thank you for joining today. Om Shanti.